Writing task 2 of IELTS examination. So this topic is related with the title education. So in this topic you will just have 40 minutes with you to write this particular essay, and you have to write about 250 words, maximum 250 words to write in this essay, and try to that basically when you will see that particular essay, so you just have to take care of what they are asking and what you have to deliver that particular in that your essay. So it is very much important to see that essay. According to it you have to perform, and means basically certain time people are just writing that roundabout the topic. So it is basically certain time that you cannot get the more good marks in writing part. Basically in the last means last way few years back also, and few years months or few months back also, so most of the people are not getting good marks in the writing task. So you have to take care of everything, that grammar, your pronunciation, your sorry, your basically your delivery of vocabulary, using antonym and synonyms, and using difficult words. So in this way you just have to deliver that write a particular task, and you have to take care of the words also. Just write the unique information, and then you can get good score in that particular IELTS examination. So basically it is very much important to know that what is writing part. So in this essay, you will see that some people say that in all levels of education, from primary to university, primary school to universities, too much time is spent on learning facts and not enough on learning practical skills. So according to me, I am totally agree with this essay, because in our education that we are just giving more stress on that learning facts, and you can say that bookworm people are just increasing, and we are not able to develop scientific aptitude in the children. So it is basically also very much important to give stress in this part of education. You can say that we should develop the scientific aptitude, and we should develop the basically importantly we can discuss about the that practical knowledge. So in this way you will write that according to your topic, and you will just write that I am totally disagree with that particular you can say that particular phrase or particular statement. So in this way you will write that particular essay. Okay, so in this way, you can say you will see that next part, that is the writing part. I'm going to write on the that particular topic. So you just see how I will write on this topic. So just give a stress about the introduction, and introduction then means body part of that particular essay, and then you can say conclusion. So you have to divide the essay title, introduction, title or introduction, and you just write the main body part. You have to include the information in that particular part, that is the middle part of the essay, and then you can write about the conclusion about that particular essay. Thank you. So I'm going to write about that particular topic what we have discussed earlier. So in that particular topic that you just start with that statement, I agree with people who say that too much time is spent on learning facts and not on not enough learning practical skill. So in all levels of education. Suppose primary to university. So next part is basically this is the main part. This is the main introductory part where you can say about your views. I agree with that particular people, those who are saying that too much time is spent on the learning fact, but not on the learning practical skill in all level of education. So I basically totally agree with that statement. You have to give introduction according to it, whatever it is they are, whatever they are asked about it, and certainly that you can just give your own opinion also. So you just start with the main, you just body part of the essay. Since I was child, so you are facing that experience from the beginning of your childhood age. I have been, I have been studying in different sorts of institution. Check spelling also. Institution, and I could realize realize mainly when I started to work. So I already told you then when you go for the work, then you face the problem that you are not interacting with the practical knowledge. Start to work that most most of the time we spend we spend more time in what or why do something then how. This word is very much important. How do it? We never give a stress on that how the what is the working of that particular phenomena and how it is happening. We are never go through with that particular how. We always go through with the this why and what or why. So you just have to give more important time is that give your most important attention towards the basically theoretical knowledge. So it is basically harmful for us when we are just going for the work. So in this way, for sure, just start with for sure. I believe that it's important, important to know the theory part through what thing works. This knowledge encourage the reflection, the research, and how the practically we can do it. So we always give reflection towards the theoretical knowledge, not on the basically it enrich the knowledge, but not on the practical work. So basically, it is very much important to know that theoretical that type, but not on the basically that particular practical thing. So it is also the have important part of the teachers also that gave us the knowledge by giving experience by the explaining them. So it is given. That's why the education standard is in one side there is a teacher explaining the subject and on the other side there are standard trying to learn everything. So it is very much important to know that there are two different factors which is very much important teacher and basically teacher who is explaining the subject and the standard which we have to maintain to learning the subject properly. So usually that in my point of view, usually there are few practical classes, where we can interact, where we can interact practically with the subject. For example, practical chemistry and computer classes. So in this way that we can say that there are few classes where we can interact the subject practically. So example, suppose that practical chemistry and computer classes. So this is the that main body of that particular part. So in this way you can say that at certain time that we don't have to interact with the subject properly. So next part is basically you can say that I will explain more about this topic. Well, so afterwards then I will explain about that in the university also same part is there in the university where we can say same scenario is going on there. Even in my university course, like example is given, I want to give you industrial engineering. There are few practical tasks. There are few practical tasks. So that's why. So there is a problem in the education structure. That's why I think the structure of education could be more balanced, could be more balanced in terms of theory and and practical skills. So there should be a balance between the practical and theoretical skill. In this way, people would be more capable to cope with personal and professional problems. So, in even in the university course that in industrial engineering two there are few practical tasks, and that is why I think the structure could be more balanced in terms of practical skills. And this way, the people would be more capable to cope up with the uh, personal and professional problems. So, therefore, so it is very much important that basically some part of education should be means there should be a more emphasis on the practical subject, not on the theoretical subject. So therefore, and the last I will conclude. Therefore, I agree that we need to promote more practical skill, more the practical skill, but as I see it, this change has been occurring. This change has been occurring. So thank you and for watching video. And you have to write according to it whatever I have discussed with you this topic very well. So according to it, you have to discuss all the things. Thank you and have a nice day. Please subscribe my channel on Samuel Law and Judiciary classes, and you will get more lecture about the writing task like that. And you have to write according to it whatever I am going to write, and I have given you an example of writing the particular IELTS writing task too. Thank you and have a nice day.